In last week's class we started developing the human shield. We entered at the front and then redirected the opponent in order to use them as a human shield. Now in this week's class we continue to develop the pensa escudo humano, but this time we enter direct to the opponent's back. These are only development exercises, but they help us to stimulate our emotional instinct and to feel the situation as it's happening and respond accordingly. The concept of the shield is very basic, but an amazing area of study with untold possibilities, so we need to exploit our inquisitive nature and explore all potentials. In this next development, we take a quick look at the basic punch exercise from the knees. The idea here is that the opponent behind us pulls us down, but we try to fight on. This is as much about the mindset as it is about the technical development itself. In fact, more so, because without the mindset, this development is not possible as the mind won't allow it. You would think that moving around on our knees would be easy, but it's not, especially on concrete. This exercise also stimulates us to strike as opposed to just grabbing hold of on the way down. This needs training and not just acknowledging. All of these developments are simple really, yet truly amazing at the same time. Here the boys develop fighting the opponent from the knees. In a sport environment, we would normally want to follow the opponent to the ground and enter the ground game as it were. But obviously for us, if we take somebody to the ground, the last thing that we want to do is go there with them. If we watch carefully, we can see that the boys are developing a couple of placements, and both of them from the knees. We want to eliminate the concept of set positions and cultivate a mindset which envelops the rodamundo. Now we can see the guys mixing the levels, standing and kneeling, but now the level changes have a good reason, and not just because. They are emotional and therefore require emotional understanding, and not just a technical movement with no real essence. Remember when we spoke about the concept of the nucleus? Well, we can now appreciate this principle a little more. The nucleus is the focal point, and everything else around should connect to it quite easily, but only if we've absorbed the concepts, principles, and ultimately the essence of the work. Okay, focus pads back on again, and let's up the tempo a little. Look how the guys use the wall to change the focus pads, and nobody stops the training. It's simple, but it's also really cool. This mentality stops us using the age-old process. You know, the one where everybody stops the drill, turns their backs, and just walks around trying to look tough, just so that they can change their focus pads, and then reverse the roles within the drill. This old stop-start mentality is fine and fits well with certain kinds of training, especially sport training, as the sport has rounds that stop and start. But for us, well, it has no place at all, as it breeds the wrong kind of mentality. You would never stop and turn your back on an aggressor in the pub, so why do it in training? It doesn't make any sense. Attention and awareness, we all know it, but do we really practice it on a daily basis and in all areas of our training? Climbing with the work as always, the boys now play with a few of the variables, those variables being distance, timing and emotional reasoning, together with the technical side of things, obviously. When we learn to read the intention of the opponent, it means that our emotions have become a great deal more perceptive, and instinctive blood reaction is now starting to bubble away. Sending and receiving in a two-way barrage of blows lifts the senses. The chemicals in the brain go into overdrive, and these chemical changes enhance our perception, which in turn drives our instinctive reactions. So now we implement our mindset again. Watch as the boys destroy the ground from the knees. The positions of the opponents are different each time, but this doesn't concern us now, as we are just fighting from our knees regardless of the opponent. We need the mental approach of sorry for you. Don't care who you are or where we are. All I know is that I'm fighting from my knees and everybody receives. I know words are easily spoken, no ego points are being made here. We're just trying to provoke a mindset, and that mindset in truth is all about me, and more of me, and ultimately, sorry for you. Win or lose is irrelevant really, but if we really believe in ourselves, then many things become possible. And finally, cambio chaqueta. So just watch as we conclude the second class of the green grade. Hope you're having fun with the new training and that it's provoking your mind and also the way in which you may now be viewing things. Have fun and see you all next week.